The Great Serengeti Safari Adventures. Austin adjusted his binoculars, scanning the vast golden plain stretching endlessly before him. His younger brother Sean fidgeted beside him in the back seat of the safari vehicle, practically bouncing with excitement. Up front, their skilled driver Gianna expertly navigated the rugged terrain while their guide Jabari pointed out interesting features of the landscape.
The Serengeti requires a special touch, Gianna said with a knowing smile, smoothly maneuvering around a deep rut in the track. She's like a dance partner. You have to move with her rhythm. Her years of experience were evident in the way she read the land, anticipating every bump and turn.
"Look there," Jabari whispered, pointing toward a cluster of acacia trees, a leopard preparing for her evening hunt.
The brothers held their breath as they watched the graceful predator stretch languorously on a thick branch, her spotted coat blending perfectly with the dappled shadows. Austin had never seen anything so beautiful and dangerous at the same time.
"Can we get closer?" Sean asked, his voice trembling with anticipation.
"Not this time, little one," Gianna answered before Jabari could speak. "See how her tail is twitching? She's hunting, and we don't want to disturb her." Jabari nodded in agreement, impressed by Gianna's instincts. As if on cue, the ground began to rumble. At first, Austin thought it might be an earthquake, but then he saw them. Thousands of wildebeest appearing on the horizon, their dark bodies moving like a living river across the landscape. The Great Migration was happening right before their eyes.
"This is incredible," Austin breathed, pulling out his camera. "Dad's never going to believe this."
Gianna smoothly repositioned the vehicle to give them the best possible view while maintaining a safe distance. Her movements were so subtle that the wildlife barely seemed to notice their presence. "The secret," she explained to the fascinated brothers, "is to become part of the landscape rather than disturb it." As they watched the wildebeest, a pride of lions emerged from the tall grass nearby. The brothers witnessed the circle of life unfold as the predators selected their prey, a scene both fascinating and sobering. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in brilliant oranges and purples, they headed back to their camp. Gianna took a slight detour when she spotted telltale signs of elephant movement. Her instincts proved right as a herd crossed their path, a mother tenderly guiding her baby with her trunk. Sean counted 5 calves in total, each staying close to their mothers. That night, sitting around the campfire under a star-filled African sky, the brothers listened to Jabari's stories about growing up near the Serengeti, while Gianna prepared a traditional Tanzanian dinner. The distant roar of a lion made Sean jump, but Austin put a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "Remember what Jabari and Gianna taught us?" he said. "We're safe here, and we're guests in their home." Sean nodded, his eyes wide with wonder rather than fear now. "This is way better than any zoo," he declared, making both Gianna and Jabari laugh. As they crawled into their tent that night, the sounds of the Serengeti creating a wild symphony around them, both brothers knew this was an adventure they would never forget. The Great Plains had shown them a world bigger and more magnificent than they had ever imagined, and this was just their first day. Austin closed his eyes, listening to the night sounds of Africa and the soft humming of Gianna as she did her evening vehicle checks, preparing for tomorrow's adventures. The gentle breeze carrying the scent of acacia blossoms and the distant calls of nocturnal animals were the perfect lullaby for 2 young explorers in the heart of the Serengeti.